As of April 2nd, which was 2 days ago when recording this, PS5 has officially raised their prices, bringing the price up for everything by about $100. PS5 Pro is actually $150, and I personally own the standard PS5, which is what I do everything through. And I picked this console up for $450. And, well, why is this happening? Now, I will put this out there. I'm a little bit of a PlayStation glazer. I I'm gonna put the disclaimer out here, but my goal is to be as unbiased as possible. So, coming into this, obviously, we're you can obviously see the price hike and the PS and normally for PlayStation, the prices will go down over time. And then, well, PlayStation went up. So I have not verified the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. However, PS5 obviously jumped up, and this should not be happening. Things are supposed to go down, not up. Well, there are a couple factors to blame. Uh, especially in the US, a big reason for the hike is this right here. There's actually a gift sitting right here. The current US president, Donald Trump, he released some tariffs on Japan, and let me check, but I believe they are still in effect. So, and according to AI, uh, tariffs are currently still in place on goods from Japan, which, as of 2026, 10% global import tariff. So, our good friend, Donald Trump, I say good friend, he is not really our friend, is part of the reason why. And that's one of the reasons why you'll see everything go up, at least in the US, ever so slightly. And yes, this is a big deal. Yes, it's going to raise prices, but it should not be raising prices that much. Well, what's the other reason? In this article by CNBC, which cites Sony's reasoning, it is pressures in the global economic landscape. Now, this is a bunch of official corporate language. What this means is tariffs are an issue. Also, these silly little things called AI data centers. So, recently, as you might know, there has been a huge memory shortage causing RAM prices and memory to go way over the moon. I'm a console person and I don't switch consoles very often, so I have not had to really deal with that. But the prices are supposed to be crazy, right? And this memory obviously is needed in every console. And because of the huge surge in memory uh, that data centers are essentially taking, we have now lost a lot that would go to consoles, therefore causing the price to increase. Now, there's also a third reason, because it's not going to be everybody but Sony's fault. This is a company. They run a company. This is, I want to say, partially corporate greed. Now, before you get on to me and say, oh, hey, yeah, it can't be corporate greed, now, hear me out. I have no evidence to back this up, and that these guys obviously aren't Nintendo. However, there's a high likelihood that they're taking advantage of the situation to raise up the prices a little bit more than they need to. And, well, according to PlayStation, things were not supposed to happen like this. They said they had a good supply and they were going to be fine when it started to spike. Well, why is this not happening? Well, there is this may two things. It's again corporate greed, or B, they weren't nearly as prepared as they were thinking they were. And that can obviously, that might matter a little bit. But you'll find that Sony is a little bit taking advantage. Trump has not really helped with the severe. Wait, where's the tariffs? Yeah. With the tariffs in effect, that's obviously not very helpful. And then we also have the memory chip costs, and this is AI data centers. Very not fun. And, well, whose fault might that be? NVIDIA. But that's a rant for another time. And here's the thing. I say Sony is. I say this is an issue. And if you're looking to buy a console, it is obviously going to be a big issue because everything just went up. So, what are we going to do about this? The only thing you can really do is not buy their console and hope it goes down. Because ideally, less memory will be going to AI data centers, and this will hopefully, hopefully, AI data centers will get what they need, and then consoles can get their supply again. So your goal is probably one of those two. And this is a little bit outrageous that, this is even happening at all, but this is global economy, right? Very much fun. So, and honestly, I can say if something ever goes up by that significant of a margin, 500 to 650, you've got an issue. So let's just say, yeah, no, this is a severe issue. We need to get this fixed. But as a consumer, the only thing you can do is not buy it. And people's, and you'll hear people say that time and time again, and you really need to follow it. So, PlayStation, let's hope they get it together. Let's hope AI data centers get it together. But all we can do right now is hope and pray they do.